Good morning. Welcome in to Morning Flow. Welcome in to Morning Flow. Welcome in to Morning Flow. Welcome in. Morning Flow. Good morning, Faith. Good morning. Welcome in. Morning Flow. Just another beautiful day, beautiful week. Here we are. We're in week 8 of Intro to Holistic Medicine. I'm your host. Hello, sunshine. We're going to get started with Morning Flow. So Morning Flow is, in essence, 15 minutes of movement, 15 minutes of meditation, 15 minutes of journaling, and then 15 minutes of planning your day. It is a way that we really get set, and we get our nervous system, our mental, our emotional, our spiritual, all the things ready to go right here, right now. So welcome in to Morning Flow. We're going to get started. Please tap the screen. Keep sharing the live. So appreciate you. I'm going to grab some music for our Morning Flow class. Go ahead and get ready. We'll go ahead. Good morning, morning, flow. Hopefully my hair stays a little funky this morning. Get a little bit of movement in the body as we get started this morning. We're just waking up, wherever you are, all around the world. And tap the screen, share the live. Whatever you're streaming on, whether it is TikTok, whether it is IG, LinkedIn, YouTube, welcome in. We're going to get started in just a few minutes as we get back. Oh, hey, Roller Girl, good to see you. Yeah, we made it. Blessed and high rising, another morning. We did it. Another productive week ahead of us. Ready to get it done. I'm excited. Yes. For week 8 into the holistic medicine, learning all about how to heal yourself. This week we're going to be working through natural remedies, everyone's favorite. So we'll be teaching about supplements, herbs, all the things that everybody wants to talk about when they talk about holistic medicine. They don't want to talk about a lot of the other stuff. This is kind of the fun work, if you will. So we'll go ahead and talk about that. Perfect. Whoever's joining, big inhale. And exhale, relax. Very good. Big inhale. And exhale, relax. One more time. Big inhale. All the way to the top. Go ahead and leave your right arm nice and straight. And exhale that left arm down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Thank you for sharing and tapping the screen. All right, we're going to stop it there, halfway, circles, circles, circles to the front for 10. Very good. Let me see really quick, make sure our music is rolling. There it is. We should be good. Back circles for 10, keeping your arm nice and straight, nice and toned there. Very good. Go ahead and take your palm towards your midline there. And 10, 9. Thank you for the 9, and 10. Bring it to the front. Go ahead and make a fist. You're going to pull that back all the way, almost like you're pulling on a line. Do that for 10, 9. Hey, happy now. Very good. And go ahead and bring that palm all the way up and come for 10. Very good. All right, put that arm nice and straight. I always like that part. My shoulder down. Right foot down. Getting that synovial fluid. Thank you for joining to fluid in your joints, waking your joints up, letting you know that it's another fabulous week, letting you know rather that it's a fabulous week. Halfway down, tiny circles to the friends. Very good. Simple movements really go a long way, especially first thing in the morning. Circle back, nice little tiny 10 circles. And then we're going to bring our palm forward and bring it to the front. Right, pull way back so I don't hit my phone. Left arm, go ahead and keep that nice and straight, moving it forward. Very good. And palm facing down. And pull that back. Very good. Pull it all the way back. Pulling it all the way back. Now bringing it up, punching up. Welcome in, welcome in. Very good. Now bring it up. For 10. All the way down to the lats. Now bringing that all the way down. Woo. These just simple movements, I tell you. Done so good at just shaping body. Okay, go ahead and push and pull out, 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 push and pull out. Very good. Ah. Nice little burn there. Go ahead and relax it down. Awesome. So, got our arm series out of the way. Now we're going to work on our abs. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. We're going to work on our abs and we're going to do a stomach vacuum. So, we're going to bring everything in, and really work on that inner wall of our abdomen rather than doing, endless squats that are not, or excuse me, endless we're going to do squats too, but endless sit-ups, which are not going to do anything but make us bulky in our midsection. We don't want that. Instead, we want nice and firm abs. So we're going to bring it all in. Okay, perfect. So sit up nice and straight for me. We're going to run through this exercise about 3 times today. No need for the 5. We'll do 3. All right. So go ahead and zip. Imagine that there's a zipper at the very bottom of your body, and go ahead and zip all of that up. But as you zip up, really contract all these fibers getting to your belly button, buttoning your belly button to your spine. Thank you, Half Eaten Apples, for the roses. And when you get your belly button, imagine that there is a corset wrapped around your midsection, pulling you in, pulling you in, pulling you in, and go ahead and hold that contraction and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. We're going to do that again 2 more times. So go ahead and grab that little zipper, zipping everything up, buttoning, cinching, rubber banding, pulling it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Very good. And relax. Awesome. Go ahead and release. We're going to do this one last time. Grab that zipper, zip it on up. Go ahead and button your belly button to your spine, pulling everything in, pulling everything in, pulling everything in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Go ahead and release that out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to move into our squat series. So we're going to go ahead and keep that contraction. So we're going to pull everything in, and then we're going to go into a standing posture. Remember, when we go from sitting to standing, a lot of times we're super unconscious. We take it for granted that our muscles, our ligaments, our joints, all these things actually work. So we're going to give some special extra attention to our joints, to our ligaments, to our muscles today. As we're standing up, we're going to be intentional with standing up. We're going to be really present to which muscles are contracting, which muscles are relaxing, which muscles are tight. We're going to really bring some awareness there. Hey, Faisal, so good to see you here. All right, so both of your feet flat on the floor, especially putting your heel to the floor. That's your base. That's really where your movement's going to happen. Really contracting, bringing new life into your legs, into your knees, into your quads, as well as your hamstrings, contracting in that lower abdomen, also making sure your glutes are aware, fired up. And then again, this core, we're going to bring this core nice and contracted, imagining that there is that rubber band. All right, so big inhale. We're going to lift up, right? And then we're going to hold our lift. Very good. And as we contract, we're bringing everything. So it's not just like looking at one aspect. We're looking at all aspects of our body, of our mind, of our spirit as we are doing movement. So we're going to actually do some squats. We're going to do a squat series here. Make sure I can see everybody. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, so squat series here. We're going to go down for 10, right? So we're going to go down there for 10. We're going to do a lunge, 10 on both sides, right? So lunge, 10 both sides, right? And then the last thing that we're going to do, my fave, is that curtsy squat, really to get that side of that bum. Okay, so here we go. So first things first, we're just going to go up and down. So making sure, I like to put my feet just a little bit larger than hip width, but I definitely want to make sure that my knees don't go past my toes. So we're going to bring it down for 10, right? 9. And we're going to really keep everything contracted in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, really intentionally bringing everything up. 3, 2, and 1. And when we come up, remember, we're going to scoop everything up. We're going to zip everything up as we're coming up. Very good. All right, so now let's go ahead and bring our left leg in front of us for our little lunge here. Okay, remember, our knee is not going to be out past our chest. Big inhale here. And exhale down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, back to center, right side front, left side back, not even taking a little breather there. All right, pulling everything in and coming down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very, very good. All right, now we're going to go into our curtsy squat. So go ahead and grab your foot and bring it back behind you. Little curtsy for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really do love that curtsy squat. Switching sides for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very, very good. Love it. Got it on both sides. Here we go. We're going to run through that series just one more time. So just to make sure that our bodies are nice and awake. Big inhale. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7. As you come up, really make sure you zip everything up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Left leg forward, going down. Don't even miss a beat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right side up, left side back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Awesome. So now we're going to go through and we're going to do our curtsy squat one last time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One last time. Very good. One day we'll do little tiny ups and downs there. Okay, right side or other side rather, whichever side you didn't just do, which is my right, could be your left, depending. And 1. Yes, really vibing on the tiny pulses today, but I won't do it. Big inhale. Exhale, relax. Big inhale. You just know when your body's like, yeah, work on this area a little bit more. Tighten this area a little bit more. That's kind of the vibe I got. All right, go ahead and turn to the side. We're going to work on our hamstrings. Just a nice little stretch for our hamstrings. I don't know about you, but mine are always tight. So having a nice little stretch can be helpful. Go ahead, big inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward. And then we're just going to go ahead and go down. And again, this is your first hamstring stretch of the morning. Be super gentle, super easy. Don't be really stressed with it. It's not really about getting anywhere as much as it's about just stretching and activating. Waking them on up. Very good. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Ragdoll. and then scoop on up. Very good. Good job. All right, other side. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold forward. Very good. Exhale down. Awesome. Relax in. Ah, ah, very good. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then go ahead and scoop on up. Very good. Making sure that your head and chest is last. Let me see. Hello, Tata Kisses. Hello, Deborah. I don't have my glasses on, so it's so hard to see. All right, perfect. Big inhale. And then we're going to go up and down with our calves for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Circle, circle, circle. Right circle, 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 circle. Left circle. Very good. All done with our movement and our morning flow. So that was amazing. Okay, cool. So now we're going to move into our meditation. We're going to do Sat Kriya. So Sat Kriya is really amazing. Again, a lot of clarity. I've been doing Sat Kriya now for probably like just a few days, like honestly, like maybe less than a week I've been doing Sat Kriya. Already seen a difference, already seen movement happening in my world, favor, really, really powerful and opening things up. So really Kundalini yoga is super powerful. If you're new to Kundalini yoga, so I'm several different types of yoga teachers. I can teach all different types of yoga, but I really love teaching Kundalini because Kundalini is just so special. It uses mantra, it uses movements, which is your mudra, and it uses breath, and it uses all of these with helping with the brain really get itself together. And we all need a little bit more brain support. I know I do, always. Okay, so Sat Kriya. The mudra is a little steeple. If you are wanting to work on feminine self, your left thumb is going to go over right. If you want to work on masculine self, your right is going to go over your left, and that's kind of how that's going to go. It's like a little steeple there, right? Up over the head, right? So we get a good little arm workout. And then we're going to go into Mula Bandha. So Mula Bandha is root lock. So when you inhale, you're going to lock your rectum, your sex organs, and your belly button to your spine, and you're going to lock it up and in. So when I say Mula Bandha, that's what I mean. Mula Bandha, lock it up and in. So also I'll just say Mula Bandha, lock it up and in, right? It's like going through all the business. All right, so we're going to do like this. Eye gaze is going to be closed, but we're going to be looking at the third eye. So closed at the third eye. And then we're going to use the mantra Sat Nam. So Sat, truth is my identity. Nam, identity is my truth. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. So that's our vibration. I'm going to do it for 3 minutes today instead of our normal 5, just so we get the hang of it. And then we'll follow it right after. We're going to do our prosperity meditation. That actually is a second part of this Kriya. Normally you can do it by yourself, this particular Kriya, but we started off doing it and now we're combining it. Okay, so this one, the mantra is har. So really get from the stomach, har, 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 right? It's like real, like a mantra, right? Should get you going. And then our mudra is going to be like this. So if you're on the TikTok, it's like this. If you're on all the others, it's like this, right? So it's just har, 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 right? Eye gaze is going to be closed, little 10% open. So close and then 10%, and you're going to look at your tippy toes. And again, a lot of this stuff, neuroscience, it's been studied. I've studied it myself, even hooked myself up with equipment to look at where it's firing in the brain. Really fascinating stuff. My eyes actually also water every time that I do this meditation, which is pretty wild. And I will tell you, it's really magical to do it together. The Sat Kriya and the Har meditation. When we put these two together, boom, right? When we talk about grounding, when we talk about self-assuredness, when we talk about confidence, we talk about moving forward, and we talk about expansion, right? It's where it's at. So, all right, cool. If you want to join in on the meditation, now is your time. I'm going to tune us in. Kundalini Yoga, we do a tune in and tune out. I typically don't do the tune out, but we will do the tune in because it connects us with higher self, which we always want to be connected there. All right, so if you are able to tune in, great. If you don't know how to tune in, if you're like, what the hell is she talking about? Just go ahead and listen. Big inhale. Namo Guru Dev Namo Namo. God, sound crazy today. Guru Dev Namo. All in my head today. One more time just for fun. Hello, Viral. Namo Guru Dev Namo. So fascinating how you are day to day. All right, cool. So I sounded like a tortured cat today. Wonderful. All right, big inhale for me. Yeah. Hello, Itchy. Big inhale for me. Okay, very good. So we're going to go into our first Sakriya. So remember, tippy toes, left, right, you do the deal, whichever one you depend. All right, big inhale up. Very good. And we're going to go Sat and then relax Nam. So we're going to begin together. Here we go. Sat Nam for 3 minutes. You got this. You can do anything for 3 minutes, especially things that are going to help you heal. All right, here we go. Big inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Remember, when you're sat, you're going to grab your mulabandha, which is your rectum, your sex organs, and your belly button to your spine, pulling them up and in. Sat Nam. 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 Remember, pull it in for Sat and then release it all out for Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Eye gaze closed, looking at your third eye, bringing everything up. We're really getting that Kundalini energy up towards your head, building that confidence, building that self-assuredness today and only today, as that's all we have. Continue on. Sat Nam. 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 Sat, keep it going. Remember, Sat Nam, identity is my truth. Truth is my identity. So bringing purity, bringing clarity, bringing peace, bringing creation to your life, to your world, helping you to see all the things that you need to see. Keep it going, keep it up. You got about another minute. You're doing great. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat. Make sure you grab that mulabandha at the top. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. 30 seconds. Keep it going. You can do anything for 30 seconds. I believe in you. Even if you can't believe in yourself, keep it going. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Big inhale at the top. Hold that mulabandha. Big inhale. Hold that root lock. Hold it in, hold it in, hold it in. Sip in a little more air. A little bit more air. A little bit more air. And hold that root lock. Keep it going. Building that Kundalini up into your head, up into your head, up into your head until you can't take it anymore. And then a nice relaxation. controlled breath out, but keep that staple up. Dear God, big inhale. Mula Bandha again. Hold that root lock. We're going to do that another 2 times. So keep it, hold it, keep it, hold it. Suspend disbelief, building that energy, building that Kundalini energy, that creation into your head, out through your crown and your third eye. Release out with control. Big inhale up. Root lock, grab it up, grab it up, grab it up, grab everything. Nice big contraction, and with a nice controlled exhale, bring it on down. Bring it on down. Hello, Robin. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Very good. Always love that. Building that energy up into my head. Amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. Better than any sort of anything. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go into our prosperity meditation of Har. Mudra is going to be, mudra is going to be like this. Like this. If you can see me, eye gaze is going to be closed, looking at the tip of the nose, not the third eye this time. Tip of the nose, eye gaze is going to be closed, a little 10%, and we're going to go through Hars. We're going to do this one again, 3 minutes. I'll keep the time. Big inhale and exhale. Har, 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 har. Heart, 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 heart. Keep it up, keep it going, keeping that gaze onto the tip of your nose, making sure your Hars are nice and powerful. Remember, creation comes from personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, putting you in alignment mentally, emotionally, and then in action, making sure we keep our actions going. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Very good. Heart, 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 heart. Very good. Keep it going. Heart, 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 heart. About another minute left. Keep it going. Heart, 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 heart. Very good. About 30 seconds left. You can do anything for 30 seconds. Keep it going. Keep it up. And heart, 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 heart. Very good. Keep it up. Big inhale. Bring that root lock in. So go ahead and grab your anus, your sex organs, belly button to your spine, contracting it up and in, bringing that Kundalini up into your head, visualizing and imagining, bringing your hands into a cup, seeing all of the riches, all of the prosperity, abundance, opportunities, doors opening for you, people coming towards you. It's all in ease. It's all in flow. It's all simple, right? Very good. Grabbing it in and releasing out. Very good. Awesome. So we're all done with our meditation for this morning. So that's behind us. So now we're going to move into our journaling. So our journaling is a way really to clear our head, really to help us to, be more focused, self-assured, keep ourselves on task for the day. So grab your journal. This is what mine looks like, right? So grab your journal. And take it out. And so what we're going to do is we're going to choose 3 words for our day. I always use like productivity, focus, concentration. Those are really words that I like, especially at the beginning of the week. I really want to set that intention. I got really good rest last night, like just awesome. Went to bed early, didn't mess around, was like, you know what? I made a list of all the things I need to get done because I need to get a lot done in the next like month. April's going to be so busy for me. Holy cow. So I just wanted to make sure that I got everything all like ready to go. I'm like making plans, getting stuff done. So I'm going to go with productive, self-assuredness, but also calm too, because even when we're getting things done, we don't have to be all frantic about it. So even though there's like so much stress in all of it, in traveling unexpectedly and all the things. All right. So big inhale, right? So you're going to find your words. Again, mine's productive, focus. And I'm going to go with calm today, right? Because I love being focused and productive, but still calm, right? So then I would take my journal, boop, 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 right? And I would journal out, I would script how it is I want to feel. So how it would feel being productive, right? So I give myself permission to feel productive, and it's okay. I give myself permission to be focused, to be self-assured, to be confident, to execute on all of my goals effortlessly and efficiently. So my productivity really looks at my energy output and my energy input. And productivity to me is more energy in than out, meaning that I'm gaining more than I'm giving, right? And that's part of my healing process, because otherwise I'll be Operation Save a Hoe and try to help everyone heal. And that's not my job. So I always have to keep myself in check and keep myself to myself, right? Even though I am a healer, even though I am a doctor, even though I am all these things, right? And people come to me for all kinds of things and want, me to fix it for them. So, the thing is I have to realize my agency. I have to realize what I have control over and what I don't have control over. And furthermore, who I don't have control over. So in that same vein, I'm going to be, again, relaxed, self-assuredness. So my focus, right? So that's my productivity. My productivity is putting more energy in than out, giving myself more energy than what I am, producing outside of myself. Then I want to look at my focus, right? So my focus is focusing in on my specific tasks that I need to get done, not overburdening my mental state with things I can't control, with people I can't control, with all of those things, right? But rather releasing out, right? Putting those people, those places, those situations, those circumstances, all of those things, putting them in a basket and letting them fly away. Hello, XOXO, because they're not mine, right? They're not mine. So I work on my agency. I work on my sovereignty. I ensure that I'm at peace. I make sure that I'm still. I make sure that I'm calm, collected, self-assured, so that I can be focused, so that I'm not having to put so much pressure and force on my mind. My mind is able to be relaxed and at ease. Our mind is not made for storage, mind you. Our minds are only made for quick decision making, right? So if you're toiling and you're thinking and you're, oh, what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And what about that? Guess what? That's going to be super overwhelming for you, right? And that's not the vibe. We don't necessarily want things to be super overwhelming. We want things to be at ease. We want things to be self-assured. We want things to be calm, right? Why do we want these things to be self-assured? Why do we want these things to be calm? The reason we want for these things to be calm and self-assured, because again, we want to use less energy, right? Because if we're using less energy, we're in profitability, right? So if we look at our energy as though it were currency, right? And we look at the exchange, how much we're giving out versus how much we're taking in, right? It gets it real easy to figure out who is an asset and who is a liability in your life, right? So when my husband and I first got together, I taught him about business, right? And I said, every day we have a balance sheet, babe, right? And at the end of the day, right, you're going to either be an asset to me or you're going to be a liability to me, right? So try to be an asset, okay? And guaranteed, not every day he was an asset of my life for sure. But, the thing is that I don't don't want anything or anyone to distract or take away or, from my focus, because my focus is my attention, right? And if my attention is being pulled into 50 billion directions, I'm going to be inefficient. I'm going to be less productive. I'm going to be using more energy to get less done. And so I don't want anyone pulling on my energy or pulling me away from my focus. And if I find people that are pulling me away from my energy and my focus, I step back from those people. I don't always eliminate those people, but I do take a step back from them because they're not really working for me, right? And so it makes sure that I'm taking care of myself, right? Okay, so my last word is calm. So when we're getting a lot of stuff done, the tendency is for our nervous system to kind of get all jacked up, right? We get into this fight or flight mode. Hey, MBM coach. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Karen. Welcome in. Hey, Jay Friendly. Welcome in. And so I want to make sure that as I'm creating and as I'm doing and as I'm executing, I'm doing it gracefully. I'm doing it relaxed. I'm doing it peacefully. I don't have to struggle and suffer and be stressed to accomplish my goals, right? I can choose for it to be fun and calm and easy and effortless and all the things. Hello, Slate Cosmetics. Welcome. My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 7 degrees in my field. They're all in the natural healthcare space. I like to say I went to school, so you don't have to. This is my morning flow class where I teach 15 minutes of movements, which we've already accomplished, 15 minutes of meditation, which we've already accomplished. Hi, Diamond. Good to see you. So, and then now we're kind of going into our journaling. And so I do my journaling kind of audibly for you guys. So it kind of turns into a little bit of a lesson. So my 3 words for today were, let's see if I can remember them: productive, focused, and now we're talking about calm. So there's this idea that just because I'm productive and just because I'm focused, that now all of a sudden I'm like crazy all over, right? No, I want to be calm. I want my nervous system to be relaxed. I want to be at peace. I want to be at ease. I want to be self-assured and calm and all the things, right? These are the things that I want in my life. And so I choose that, right? So even though I have, my all the things I have to get accomplished, right, within the next month, I am working through them, creating a plan, and then executing on that plan, right? And I'm going to do it calmly, and I'm going to do it from a space of self-assuredness. So the purpose of journaling is to use it as a scripting tool, really to create your day. And we do this every single day. So we choose 3 words. Again, my words were productive, calm, and focused. We choose 3 words, and then we script that experience, kind of similar to Segment Intending by Esther and Abram Hicks, where she intends the day. We just do it with writing. So we write it down as well, which adds a little bit more oomph to it, if you will. And especially after we've done all that work with our meditation and we've built all that Kundalini energy up, we are much kind of flying higher. So we're really able to focus and project what it is we're trying to create. And seeing how we do it every day, it starts a practice of recreating your identity every day and allowing you to shift. So instead of being reactive, it helps you to be proactive to all the things that are coming on. And the last part of our classes, we do day planning. So we plan our day. So we look at what we have to accomplish for our day. For me, I have already planned my day yesterday because I sat down. Actually, I planned my week yesterday. And if you saw my Structures Fulfillment class on Saturday, if you haven't, it's still up on the YouTube and, really, and also other platforms too, but really structuring how you want to, take your time and how you want to fulfill upon the things you need to get accomplished. So today, this morning, I'll be filming my week 8 Intro to Holistic Medicine class. If you're in that class, this week we get into natural medicines, we get into herbs. So this week should be pretty fun. Most people like this class. So it should start kind of getting a little bit easier. I know it's been super content heavy. Now we should kind of make a turn where we'll start to kind of catch up and start to breathe and start to, I know everybody's been like, oh my God, I'm so behind, all this stuff, right? So we're going to start to kind of make that transition and breathe. In our last 4 weeks, you're going to be building yourself as your case study. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll have an actionable set of things for you to do with your health that are meaningful and magical and that are going to help you build over time. So, all right, beautiful with that. So Hello, Shalita. Okay. So now how we plan our day. So the first thing I do is I grab like my buckets, right? So I have a health bucket, I have a work bucket, I have a family bucket, I have all these buckets, right? And what I'm going to do with these buckets is I'm going to list my tasks that I need to complete in these buckets. And so that allows me, thank you so much, Cosmic Doula. Love doulas, by the way. Thank you for the follow. And so, we want to prioritize ourselves in these buckets. So we put, again, a health bucket. I like to start with my health bucket first because my health is my number one above all else, above all any other humans. I need to make sure that my health is taken care of. So my health bucket is my first bucket. I put my water, I put my food. Thank you for the likes. I put my food, I put, my all the things that I need to do to take care of my health, my meditation, my yoga, all those things. That's kind of what I set up first in my day. I schedule that, what I'm going to eat, how I'm going to eat, when I'm going to eat, when I'm going to take my breaks, etc. Right. And so I also get prepared in terms of my water, my juice, all that kind of stuff, my coffee, my tea, all that stuff in the beginning of the day as well. So I set the tone for my day, beginning my day with me. And then from there, I look at my work. So I've got videos I have to record. I need to post some things. I need to stage my email that goes out tomorrow. I have patients as well this morning. So I also have to work on them. I have patients that I need to respond to from this weekend. Weekends are always kind of crazy. Just so you guys know, Mondays for doctors are usually pretty nuts. So if you've had struggles with your doctor not getting back to you on Monday, Monday's not a good day. Monday and Friday are not good days for us typically because we're slammed from the weekend of everyone's questions from the weekend. Everybody's sitting at home pondering about their health, Googling WebMD, and so not knowing what's going on. So, Mondays are not good days. And then Friday, we out the door. We go. So Friday morning, we're still in it, but by Friday afternoon, it's just a wrap. So I start the day, get everybody's freaking panics from the weekend. Everybody's crazy. So, oh my God, what's this? What's that? What's going on? What's happening to me? So we'll go ahead and get everybody reassured, reacclimated with that. Got some return calls I have to do with that for the beginning of the week. This week, super exciting. I do teach a lunch and learn on Tuesday. Trauma and stress in your gut. So we're going to get a little bit deeper into trauma and where it comes from and how we internalize it. Thursday, I am going to be teaching more. I can't remember which class I'm going to be teaching on Thursday. I want to say it's like a digital class. It's something to the effect of like learning more about like how to navigate our digital platforms. I will be pre-recording a class also on Thursday with a internationally known homeopath. Very exciting. And this content I'm going to save because I'm going to be out of town for a couple of weeks. So, and so it'll work out perfect when we're on our breaks. So, so definitely look out for that. He's internationally known, has done so many different books and things like that. So I've kind of been thinking about like my friends I can reach out to, because I've got some really good friends in holistic medicine who've been doing this for, years and years and years, 20, 30, 40 years, have amazing pedigrees. So super exciting for that for you guys. So super exciting. And then I've got some other people I've got to reach out this morning. I'm going to be teaching an evening flow class. Normally we do morning flows, but we'll be teaching an evening flow class to give you the vibe of what evening routine should look like. Hey, Slim, thanks for following me. So I'll be doing that with an amazing sound bowl and healer person here on TikTok. So we'll be doing that, and then I'll be posting it probably on all my other channels. So I don't know if we'll be doing that one live. It's kind of hard to do the sound bowls live like that, at least on the other platforms. So we'll see how it goes. And then naturally, Wednesday, we're going to talk about supplements. We're going to really get an idea of, what what the standards of supplements are. So I'm going to teach you of like USP. I'm going to teach you, thank you so much for the heart me. I'm going to teach you how to read labels of supplements. I'm going to teach you about MLM supplements versus retail supplements versus professional grade supplements, and teach you all the things about the supplements you guys need to know before we go start taking supplements. Hello. And then Saturday, we're going to get deeper into the science behind the supplementation. I'm going to teach you guys some biochemistry in terms of how to know what to take and when to take it. Remember, in Intro to Holistic Medicine, we are in week 8. You should be by now tracking your water, your food, your pH levels. Just your salivary is all really that's necessary, and your heart rate as well. So you're playing around with those metrics. You should have already completed your nutritional assessment questionnaire, which is all of your signs and symptoms. Again, this is why we're going to be taking about a three-week break just to catch up. So after our 12-week class, I'm going to, take a break from this particular class. We'll be doing kind of registrations for 3 weeks and getting people ready for Intro to Holistic Medicine 2, but we'll also be launching the 4-week collectives, which are 4-week classes. So 12 weeks is a long time for people. So we have 12-week classes, we have 8-week classes, and we have 4-week classes. So I'll be going to teaching our 4-week classes, take 3 weeks off, and then I'll be doing our Intro to Holistic Medicine 2, which Intro to Holistic Medicine 2 we teach for that particular class. We teach about detoxification. So in Intro to Holistic Medicine. So those are both autoimmune conditions. Sometimes they have infections attached to them. So I'm not like a conventional doctor. So conventional doctors, they deal with reactive medicine. So for one, they use a system of diagnosis, which is a symptom of labeling. So they've labeled you as having rheumatoid and emphysema, right? So now you've conditioned to treat these particular conditions. The diagnosis is nothing more than educated and sophisticated labeling system. Through standard of practice, they now have a certain set of prescribed things that they give you for your rheumatoid and your emphysema. So holistic medicine doesn't work that way. We don't treat that way. We actually treat how the organs are functioning. So if we're looking at, let's say, the joints, that's going to be an autoimmune state. The body has generated enough so that now the body is attacking its own joints, right? We can slow that process down. We can stop that process, but we have to look at the immune system. The immune system is a response between self and non-self. So we ask ourselves, what is going into the system? So nutrition, right? So what we're going to be talking about this week, right? And then what's leaving the system, what we're detoxifying, right? So right now, the joints need support. The lungs need support in terms of what they need support from. That's where we use testing. That's where we use assessments. We don't guess, we test. So in holistic medicine, I don't guess things. I actually test them. Anxiety is a little different because anxiety can be triggered by any number of things. It can be triggered by your blood sugar drops, not getting enough amino acids. It can be triggered by external sources, right? It could be triggered by your vagal nerve. It could be triggered by sympathetic, parasympathetic response, meaning your fight or flight responses. It can be triggered by a lack of minerals, like a lack of magnesium, lack of potassium, a lack of all kinds of different components. So that's more anxiety. Now you're looking at your hormonal and your neurological system and how they work together. When we're looking at inflammation, inflammation is a response to something. What are we responding to? And why are we responding to it? So whether it's an infection, whether it's a chemical, whether it's a metal, whether it's something else outside of self that is creating this inflammatory response. So we begin, thank you for the follow, looking at the system and how the system is functioning instead of, oh, how do I fix this? How do I fix that? How do I fix this? That's reactive. That's a very reactive way of thinking. You're not going to heal in that state, right? Because that's always a fight or flight state. So we have to take a step back. Health is not a lack of symptom or disease. It's a state that we create. So when I ask you, how is your health, right? Not, oh, I have this, I have that, I have this, but I'm doing this. How much water am I drinking? We need half our body weight in ounces in water every single day. How much protein am I taking in, right? So average adult needs around 70 to 100 grams of protein. Why protein? Protein helps us to repair and heal. No, you don't have to eat animal-based proteins. You can eat all kinds of proteins. Hey, Sarah, you can eat, I prefer more lean protein sources. So chicken breast, turkey breast, white fish, lentils, kidney beans, black beans, quinoa. Those are all of your lean-based proteins that you can take in, that you can eat. Remember, you need 70 to 100 grams as an adult on average. Lots more, but that's just conservative. That's going to help your body to repair and heal, right? So if you don't have half your body weight in ounces on board, and you don't have a minimum of 70 to 100 grams of protein, you need to work on that before you figure out what's next, because your body won't heal unless it has those foundations. Also, too, your sleep. Your sleep is designed for your body to repair and heal. Sleep is broken up into 3 phases: falling asleep, staying asleep, and waking up refreshed. If you're not able to fully fall asleep in a restful way, you're not able to really, be able to repair and heal. If you're not able to stay awake, you're tossing and turning, you're waking up, especially, too, if you're waking up early in the morning when your kidneys and your liver are flushing. You have to get up and that sort of thing. That could be a situation where your body is not detoxifying properly. And then there's waking up refreshed. So if your cortisol has been going up all night instead of going down, you're going to wake up really depleted, almost like you've been running around, right? So if you're not staying asleep, right, there are reasons for that. We can look at magnesium, 500 to 1,000 milligrams of magnesium. You could be depleted there. You could need some L-theanine. You could need some GABA. You could need to also be data dumping things out of your brain to stay asleep, right? So you can wake up more refreshed and more self-assured, more confident, so you can start your morning flow routine in the morning. So you see how these kinds of things work together. So it's not about chasing symptoms. It's about seeing, okay, taking a step back. How is my body actually function? How is it working, not working? And what do I need to do in order to support my body's ability to heal, right? So it's a different way of thinking, right? So now as we're working on our sleep, right, now we're like, okay, great. Sleep is good. Water is good. Protein is good. Check, right? Now let's make sure my calories are good, because I need to make sure I'm having enough energy going in. So I get my calories up. I get those numbers up. Then I'm going to fill those calories with my complex carbohydrates, my high fiber, low glucose, green leafy vegetables that have lots of nutrition in them for my body, especially blood building, right? I may add some vitamin C if I'm struggling with inflammation, more of high dose, maybe 2 to 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C to help support my immune system, right? Especially even if I have emphysema, if I have a lung condition, I'm going to give support. And then let's say my organs are really, really hurting. I may use homeopathy, which is low frequency, to support my organs and to support, my body's ability to heal. So again, I will have a professional. I'm a homeopath as well, but my homeopathy is very intuitive. So it'll be interesting to see how another homeopath teaches it to people. So so that'll be on Thursday. I'll be recording it, but it won't be released until later. So we'll teach you all about homeopathy. He's also written amazing books on the topic, and so it'll make it super accessible. So we go to homeopathy, we go to nutrient billing, what supplements are necessary in order to build. I'm going to teach you guys on Saturday all about mechanism of action, which is how supplements actually work on the body. So you'll be able to understand, okay, I'm trying to do this with the body, so I need to take this. Okay, now I've done this with the body, now I'm going to add this to the body so that, I can see what happens. We go low and slow, and again, we're using science to be able to understand. And I teach you, that's why we use your pH strips. So if you haven't gotten your pH strips already, please get them, because when you take your pH, we want our pH, our salivary pH, to be a minimum of 6.8. 6.8 pH is kind of that sweet spot, not too acidic, not too alkaline, definitely moving forward. So if you're taking your pH and it's like a 5, it's like a low 6, we already know that we need to build alkalinity. So we need more spirulina, we need more chlorella, we need more blue-green algae, sea moss. We need more things that are going to help build that pH level up so that we have, healthy pH in our mouth of alkalinity, so that we can have that counterbalance of acidity in our stomach acid, so we can break down our proteins and we can metabolize it through our liver, assimilate it, absorb it through our small intestines, and eliminate any waste through our large intestines. When that process is not happening efficiently, when let's say we're eating too many fats, or we're not eating enough protein, what happens is, or we're eating too much acidic food, that begins to build up within our system, creating metabolic acidosis, making it more difficult for us to digest and assimilate and break down our nutrition. As it's more difficult for us to break down our nutrition, we're not able to absorb our nutrients. Now our bodies are going energy depleted. And if our bodies are energy depleted, the organs now are more susceptible to break down and then eventually create disease process. So we don't know where a person is in their quote unquote disease process. So that's where we look at external, we look at labs, we look at subjective questionnaires to be able to assess the patient. So when we're looking at our subjective, thank you for the follow. When we're looking at our subjective questionnaires, it kind of gets us in that area, and then we back that up with some sort of objective analysis, something outside of me, something outside of you. That way we're not just reacting and giving. I never wanted to be a supplement salesperson. Ironically, I hate taking supplements, even though we have to as humans. And so I try to get it where you don't have to take as many supplements. So I follow the science and I follow the biochemistry. I've always kind of been like that. I've never been like really big into like, let's just sell our patients a ton of supplements that they're not going to need and they're going to hate taking. That's just not the vibe that, or even into like testing a million things, even though my specialization is in laboratory diagnostics and functional medicine and biochem. Just because we can test doesn't mean we should test, because your body has to be staged at the right time, meaning that your body has to have enough energy to express itself in lab testing. Otherwise, what is the absolute point? So wonderful. This is Morning Flow. So welcome in. Hopefully you've scheduled your day, you focused your day. I know we kind of got off on a whole thing, but this week is all about natural remedies. So Wednesday at 7 p.m., I'm going to teach you kind of the framework around your natural supplements. Hey, Ansley. So we're going to kind of start there. And then on Saturday, we're going to put the science behind it. So I'm going to give you like the disclaimers on Wednesday, like all the things you need to look out for, to even talking about multi-level marketing companies. And, multi-level marketing companies, again, like, because thank you for the follow. A lot of times they're paying for not the product, they're paying for their commission splits. The cost for what it is always like super high. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about that. I'm going to teach you about how to read those labels for your supplements to make sure you understand what's good for you, what's not good for you, etc. And of course, I have to work on all that content. So I record that for you today. I'll be posting that. So follow me on YouTube, because that's where I post my playlist. I will also get it on TikTok eventually. Thank you for the follow. Just TikTok is, we're still in like a weird gray area with TikTok. So I don't want to like spend all this time and then them like psych, so I'm just I think every creator is kind of like a little cautious right now. So we'll do that. Tuesday's Lunch and Learn this week will be all about trauma, the gut, stress, etc. So who the person talking about anxiety, that would be a really good class for you to come to Tuesday at 12 p.m. because we will touch on anxiety. We're going to touch on anxiety, depression, manic depressive. We're going to get into more of the mental health side on Tuesday because we've already done the framework. And we'll go over all the microorganisms and some of the latest research about these things. I won't classify Trump derangement syndrome. I don't think that that is a true mental assessment. So anywho, so another beautiful day. Yes, so that way that'll be there. So I'll let you guys know what class I'm going to do. I'm available on several Facebook, LinkedIn, IG, two IGs, although that IGs are giving me a little bit of a fit when I go live, but I do have I do have a following on there. And then YouTube. So I primarily focus my content on YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. Those are like my main ones. But I have psychosis, actually. Yeah, we'll talk about psychosis. We'll talk about also encephalopathy too. Definitely. Hey, Kron, so good to see you. Hey, Tata Kisses. Hey, Anna, my favorite advisor. Yeah, so we'll definitely talk about psychoses, and we'll talk about just the spectrum of mental health diagnoses on Tuesday for sure. Thursday, I'm going to record that class with the homeopath that I'm going to actually yeah, Trump is like so like wild. So I'm going to break that down too. I'm going to break down actually how we create diagnosis in mental health, so that all that is just a moot point. So you're armed with informed consent. So nobody can try to run no game on you. Oh, you've got Trump derangements. No, no. What's your DSM finding on that? Like, thank you for the follow. What's your structure on that? What's your, like, what did you do a QEEG? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. So, yeah, because they try to weaponize mental health and all that kind of jazz. So we're going to get that all worked out from a subjective and objective perspective. So we'll do that. Like I said, I'm going to pre-record that show on Thursday. It's during my lunch and learn spot, so I may be my normal lunch and learn may be earlier or later, but I'm going to do some topic. I don't know which one exactly quite yet, so I'll let you know what topic I'm going to do on Thursday, and then Saturday my normal slot. So it's going to kind of be hectic for me. For, like I said, the month of April is wild. I have to go back to the States and work on some things and get the rest of my sheesh shipped down here to the Caribbean. And so it's going to be kind of wild because I haven't been back to the States in like several years. So it's going to be, and then going right now is going to be kind of wild. But I will see my daughter, which will be nice. I'll see my mom, which will be nice. And I'll see my grandson, which will be nice. So it'll be, I'll try to make it work, but I'm trying to pre-record. I've got a trauma therapist. Or a trauma specialist. She's not a therapist, but I have a trauma lady that I'm going to be doing some content with, recording. So I'm super excited about her. And then the sound bowl, should be this week. So Guy will be coming on probably about Friday. We'll be coming on and doing an evening flow class with the sound bowls and everything. So I'll teach you guys how. So look out for my events on my my TikTok and my LinkedIn. I'll post those later today. Me reading the DSM thinking, how do I cure this? Yeah, right. So the DSM is let me welcome to my TED Talk on the DSM really quick. Okay, so the DSM was number 1, written by a whole bunch of YT men. We'll just start there. Then all of a sudden, they are, saying, oh, women are, expressing this and this and this symptom. I don't know what to do with this. I know, let me label it as this. Right now, they've got the fevers, or they've got their declemt or whatever, they make up all this stuff. Right. And so anyway, so they make up all these things and then they put this label on us. Now, the problem is the label is subjective. Right. So it means it doesn't have any objective finding to it. It means that somebody could literally just make it up. I can literally make up Trump derangement syndrome and say that you have it, this person has it, whatever. When really it's more of a mental, emotional, visceral reaction to tomfoolery and craziness. That's not a derangement. That's me going, wait a second. I have never seen a president hot cars out on the middle of the White House lawn floor. I've never seen people being ripped from their homes unconstitutionally with no due process, being flown into random countries that they may or may not belong to. I've never seen these things before, so I'm going to have a reaction to them. And especially because there is this perceived safety of like a constitution that I thought we were all kind of in agreement on. But I'm somehow now realizing that some people are kind of in agreement with it and some people are not in agreement with it. But there's also this weird like process that has to happen. Like you have to actually go through like Congress and get the votes and all this stuff in order to change constitutional laws. But we kind of forgot about that along the way, or some people did. I don't even know. I'm not deranged though, because I remember when things were actually official, right? I don't know what's going on now. And quite frankly, as soon as I go up and come back, it's really not consequence to me in the moment. But yeah, so we're just going to get armed and prepared with informed consent, especially if you're a Black body. I want you to know, that you have civil rights and not human rights when we're dealing with the medical system. So I will get into a little bit of that from all of my 20 plus years in natural health care, all the shenanigans that I've learned from being in healthcare, people taking advantage of people's ignorance. So anyway, I always like to say I went to school so you don't have to. I have 7 degrees in my field. I was in clinical practice for over 20 years. I went through ACA, I went through COVID. I was a doc all through then. Now I earned it. I worked every single day. Like, let me tell you, I flew all over the country. I was a doctor for the Moors. Thank you for the follow. I did all the things, right, in public health. In public health, we're fighting the good fight. We're always fighting the good fight for the people, trying to help people to get well, with very little, at resources to do it. So eventually we'll talk about growing and seeds and stuff like that. I'm so excited when I go back up to the States. I'm going to grab some of my growing things and ship them down. So now is the big ship down sell. So if you've ever moved out of the country, it's wild. Like you throw everything in a storage unit and try to get out. And I had a 4-story house and I had a 3,000 square foot business, and I packed up and moved all that within 3-4 months. It was insane, while also going in and out of the country. I had to go to Spain. I had to go to New York. There was all kinds of stuff. So it was all pretty wild. I did go back and reorganize it and get it all together. But now I'm paying that storage bill every month. I'm I got to get rid of this thing. So I'm going to fly up, see some fam. So it'll be perfect timing for our 3-week break for intro to holistic medicine. So I'll just do some impromptu lives. I haven't been outside of the Caribbean in 3 years, so it's going to be kind of wild. So you're going to be coming along with me. I'm going to keep you as my emotional support animal as I go back through the States, and hopefully, everything will be fine. I'm always don't let me in, but they always do. So I don't know. So here we go. I just have to be let in one more time, let in and left, and being able to leave one more time. So go in, go out one more time, and then it'll be good. So I get all my stuff kind of, yeah. I know, right? So I don't leave until April 9th. So my husband and I finally are getting married finally after all this time. So that's why it's kind of crazy. So we have my photographs we have to do, and then we have to actually do the ceremony and all that kind of stuff. And then I've got to go back to the States and get all that stuff straight and then fly it all back. And yeah, so I'll let y'all know how it goes. Yeah, I know, after 3 years. So hopefully, we put it off. He was kind of scared. So hopefully now he's after all this time, he's good to go now. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I'm excited. So we're kind of getting that together. Plus we got to go through all the naturalization, exactly, right. I know, when they're talking about deporte, so I'm things are kind of changing in the world. People are the Caribbean's getting a 60-day travel ban. Maybe we should figure all this out. Messed up. So anyway, so we're good to go. So we're getting all that worked out. Yeah, exactly. Because it's well, he's well, whatever. I'm no, when we get a paperwork, otherwise deporte. So Yeah, so we're working on that. So I'm going to be going back and forth, but the timing works out. So I'm going to pre-record some morning flows for you guys. I'm going to I'm interviewing some amazing, like top tier, some of my top tier peeps that I've been, and also the top tier piece that were not, that didn't go with Trump and RFK, because a lot of our field, because we're about to be the next it, they left you know Harris and went over to RFK when RFK decided to go, because they want to follow the pot of gold. So anywho, so he was one of the people who did not descend and did not choose money over humanity. So that is why I will be featuring him. And then there's another gal that I'll be chatting with. So anyway, I'm super excited. So we'll get that. So I'll have that content to kind of throw in there, plus off 3 weeks, and I'll just do like random lives. So I'll do like more info style lives for the weeks that I'm back in the States, because I don't know. I don't know what the weather is like in the States. I think it's starting to get into spring. So hopefully spring will be upon us. So I won't have that, because I have I have no cold weather clothes, like nothing. Like like I said, I haven't been back. Like I left and I left. I put everything in a storage and so stuff. So I'm in St. Lucia. I'm in the beautiful island of St. Lucia. We are probably one of the most natural islands in the Caribbean. We live very close to the land. We grow everything here. So we have coconuts, like fresh coconuts. You can drink even the jelly. We open them up. Electrolytes. We have a coconut tree just outside of our house. Actually, we let's see, what else do we do? We grow noni here. We grow, which is an antioxidant. We grow soursop here, which is also a huge antioxidant. We anything you can think of, we grow it. I mean, pretty much. So all of our fresh fruits and that sort of thing. So we just really live really close to the land, and so we love it. We love the air, the food, the water. We love being able to be close to the land. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So our vision here is to buy land and build on it here, and create an amazing retreat for you guys. Eventually, I'm building the school into a graduate level program. Right now, we're just working on kind of the basics, the foundations of holistic medicine, because a lot of people aren't trained in it. So I'm getting foundation. A lot of people say they're trained in holistic medicine, but they're not. And so I'm kind of showing you guys the difference. So I'm teaching you Intro to Holistic Medicine 1. Those people that want to continue on to Intro to Holistic Medicine 2 can. And then I have these 4-week collectives that I've worked on. So different topics, from sleep to mental health to food to detoxification to metabolism, all these 4-week classes. So we'll be launching all those collectives as well. So you'll have options. Yes, absolutely. I created a life that's what I teach everyone, is how to create a life that you love, and not a life. Hey, thank you so much for the check. Not a life that you mildly tolerate, because I've done it, right? Like when I crash landed from California to Virginia, I said, I want to build a fully functioning family practice that's completely holistic, from a vision in my head, right? People told me I was crazy. YT people told me to cut my hair. People told me it wasn't going to work there. The medical field told me I was a quack, all those things. And I literally crash landed in 2009. Banks weren't lending anything, not even if you had 1,000 credit score. I was in Virginia Beach for many, many years, very well known. And I built literally brick by brick to be a household name in the state of Virginia. So if you Google my name, you'll see I was on WTKR, News Channel 13. I was on Wavy TV 10 for years. I was also featured on The Doctors. I would have actually gone through with The Doctors if they hadn't gotten canceled. So super sad. Yes, being Richmond. Yes, I very familiar with Richmond. I was in Virginia Beach for about 10, 15 years. Through COVID, just all the stress of COVID, I decided that originally I built my practice to be that old school family doctor, to bring back that connection, right? And literally, I felt like, hey, Quetzali, literally, I felt like the patients like were I was carrying the patients on my back. That's why I call Virginia the plantation, right? And so the and I did do a whole podcast about when I left the United States, Confessions of a Holistic Doctor. It's a podcast. And I did one episode, The Highest Paid House Negro, because the amount of work and the pressure and all the things. Oh, yes, definitely. Thank you for dropping by so much. Enjoy your sleep, enjoy your rest. And so, yeah, I worked that for so long, day in, day out, took the abuses, took the verbal, mental, emotional, financial, all the things. And then like I said, when COVID happened, I started traveling, training with different shamans and different medicine people all over the world, different mestizos and just different healers, traveled all over the world. And then I came to St. Lucia, and this, Rasta man comes up to me. And so all my podcasts, I have 3 of them. They're all on, actually, I think it's 4. They're all on all the major platforms. So Apple, Spotify, iHeart. You can also find them on my site. You can find them on YouTube as well. So they're all over. Like I have all over. Like I have content for a long time, just because I've been in media for so long. Hey, Somali. So yeah, so I documented that, and yeah, so I met this amazing Rasta man and just totally changed my life. And I then decided to leave the United States, pack my business up, pack my house up, because we looked at the difference of, him coming to the States or me going here. And I was done with the States at that time. I still am. I'm even more toast with the States. So then I said, okay, I'm going to come over here. So I came over here, and I've been here ever since. And now it's time to kind of finalize everything and get everything complete, so that it's all, yeah, the States is like so ghetto. I'm not, yeah. So anywho, so yeah, so I'm going to come over, pack my rest of my little stuffy down, ship off what I can, sell off what I can. So look out for morning, hey Nelly. So yeah, so look out for, all the hot takes, all the hot sales, because I'm just gonna get that surge unit all boom taken care of, out, and release, kind of get some things set up. And then I already told my fam, I'm like, all right guys, I'm coming back up. I'm coming up. Get prepared. Coming up for a few weeks, right? I'm going to get in, get out. That's it. We're done. Ain't coming back. See y'all later. Thank you for joining my team. So it should be pretty interesting. So I'll take you guys along. I'll schlep y'all along with me through the process. So I fly back into the NYC. So it's going to be wild. Coming from being in the Caribbean for like 3 years to like NYC, blah, but I'm so used to like the craziness. So it'll be wild. I'll be, I'm very slow, because the Caribbean, we operate really super slow. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to go from, my husband would be like, you in the slow lane, I'm in the fast lane. So I'm going to go from the slow lane to the fast lane, back to New York, crash land, then back to Virginia, then cleaning, selling, getting rid of, I really don't, I'm done with these 3 storage units. Like, this is just too much, way too much. Every month I pay it, I'm like, oh my God, but I have really expensive stuff. I don't have cheap stuff. So I really invested. So anywho, we'll see that. I do have one of my alkaline water machines that's for sale. So if you know anybody that wants an alkaline water machine, I have 2. So I'm only going to ship one down, and the other one I've got to get rid of, because it was for my practice and whatever else. So anywho, so look out for all the health and wellness stuff. I'm sure will be, flash sale. And so I'll be in the States for a few weeks. So if you want to catch up while I'm there, let me know. But I'll only be in like Virginia Beach, like that area. So I'm not, this ain't going to be the tour to US. So I'll just be in VA for a little bit. So I'll hang out in VA, get all that straight, and then back to back to life. So yeah, so we'll be good. So I'm super excited. So we went super over this morning flow today, but normally I do morning flow Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We wake up bright and early. We know we don't want to wake up, but we do it anyway. We do it anyway. So we get up, right? Pull our big girl, big boy pants on. We get focused. We move our bodies for 15 minutes because this body is not making it on its own. Okay. We have to work on it. Yeah, awesome, for sure. Yeah, let me know. Shoot me a DM. We can meet up in the beach. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be like somewhat weather stable. Because like I said, I have nothing. I have no I mean I have like a couple sweatshirts. I think I can probably kind of I'll figure it out. Plus, I don't know. I'm gonna look wild anyway. So I teach morning flow, 15 minutes movement, 15 minutes of meditation. We're working through Sakriya right now. So we're doing Sakriya and a prosperity meditation. That's just from Kundalini. It's amazing. So we'll do that. And then doing journaling. So we journal for our day. Today, I'm going to be productive. I'm going to be focused. And I'm going to be calm because that's what I created in my journal today. And then we plan our day. So I already went through. I've got to record some YouTube videos. I'm chatting up with y'all. I'm going to walk down my hill. Wait till y'all see. I'm going to make a video of this hill that I walk down almost every day. I walk down and up every day. Whew, Lord. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't go back to the suburbs. Like, what would I do? So anywho, I'll do that. Got to go down and grab a couple things, grab a little coffee and a cafe and walk back up. And that'll be some more movement for my flow today. And then got to record my content week 8, intro to holistic medicine. This week is all about natural remedies. Y'all always think that holistic medicine is just about natural remedies. So I hope you appreciate this week because this week we're breaking it down. Wednesday, we get the framework, all the disclaimers around natural remedies. So you guys all have those tucked in, organized, ready to go. And then Saturday, I'm going to break down biochem. By the end of Saturday, y'all are all going to be biochemists. Y'all are all going to be like, boom, boom, boom. Y'all are going to be like, no supplement salesperson. I'm not buying that supplement. Here's why, so y'all are going to be prepared with the information. Yes, I can't thank you enough. You guys are so great. So anywho, so then we'll get into that. Thursday, I'm doing some other recordings. Tuesday is all about mental health, trauma, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not big on supplements. We need supplements though, unfortunately, but you just need to know what to take, how to take it, dosing and all that. And I'm going to teach you the science behind it because we don't just guess, we test here. We're not just taking stuff just because stuff is too expensive to just be taking it for fun. I don't really like to be swallowing stuff, like talking about that, right? So for real, like not the vibe. So not over here anyway. Some of y'all maybe, but not over here. So anywho, so there's all that. So I only like to take what I need when I need it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't. So I'm not in the supplement space. Like manufacturing is not my. If I needed a manufacturer, I have one, a really amazing manufacturer in Florida. So in terms of like cultivating the sea moss down here, I know a lot of people do it. I mean, it's grown here and all that stuff, but no, I don't. No, it's not really. Yeah, it's not really my vibe. I don't. I feel like people should come here and enjoy the sea moss. If you want the sea moss, get your ass on plane and come here, right? Enjoy it in its natural habitat. Me stripping it from its land and shipping it just feels, I don't know. But I'm a weird human. Okay, so I think we did it. I mean, there's a ton of sea moss here. For sure. Obviously, they sell it all over the place for sure. I'm not one of those. Like I'm a real scientist. I'm a real doctor, healthcare professional. Like I'm not into and not that sea moss is a gimmick because it's not. It's got tons of minerals and I think it's got 86 minerals in it. So really helpful. They also sell it in like juices and stuff here. I had like a really interesting like sea moss peanut smoothie the other day. That was kind of interesting. It's like super thick. I actually like Soursop, a lot better. Like I'm more of a soursop girl. I drink a lot of that, and coconuts. Oh my God, coconuts. I'm like, I would ship y'all some coconuts for sure if I could, but we can't. But anywho, so nonetheless, all right, my loves, I think I'm gonna jump off now. Do you guys have any questions? We went super long for morning flow, normally like a whole hour, which is kind of amazing. Hey, how are you? Good to see you this morning. We're just getting ourselves ready to go for another productive week. So before we go, what is one word you are going to create for this week? How is this week? How is this day going to go? I've already claimed it. I'm going to be productive. I'm going to be focused, and I'm going to be calm. That is who I'm going to be this week. Thank you for the follow. Who are you guys going to be this week before I jump off? Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, it's like a little stamp. Oh, so Candace said, peaceful. She's going to be peaceful this week. Yep, I love that. I'm always try to always be kind of peaceful, even with all the craziness. Intentional. I love that. Intentional. That's such a power. Like that is so powerful. When I want to be intentional and want to be focused and authentic, yes. Absolutely. We absolutely always want to be authentic. That's actually one of my core values is being authentic. Like you are never going to get a watered down version of me. Good, bad, or indifferent. People love me. People don't love me. People are triggered by me. People, they want to hug me. They want to squeeze me. They want to wring my neck. All of the above, right? The truth will first piss you off and then it will set you free. So here we are. So I love it. Awesome. Any other words before I log off? Any other words? Any other amazing words? Any other amazing words? All right, cool. Well, I'm going to log off now. Look for my content. Should be dropping later today on YouTube for this week's intro to holistic medicine. We're going to talk, I'm going to do probably 3 or 4 videos on, disclaimer about supplementation, and then 3 to 4 videos about the science of how to recommend, how to take, how to understand all the supplementation. Like, share, subscribe, put the bell on whenever I go live. The next month for me is going to be pretty wild. Me going live, running around, doing all the things, trying to get everything kind of closed down, shop closed down in the States, and moving and out here back completely. Be free, be free, be free, my birdies. So awesome. All right, everyone, take care. Have an amazing, amazing day. I'm going to log off of YouTube and all the other places. See you guys.